Protect yourselves at all times, and most importantly, obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves, bang at the bell.
Escobedo gave Katsides a...
The power from Broner. And likewise, I want to see how Broner reacts.
Great point, because Broner has not fought a guy with the classical skills of Vicente Escobedo. Escobedo may not have fought a guy with...
Has a very high skill level to go along with it.
Well, you can't take much away from Escobedo, though. Pretty high skill level. He was...
A responsible defensive fighter landed a right hand right in the middle of the ring.
Escobedo reaching for a body shot of his own, almost got clocked by a big left hook counter.
He actually did get clocked by a big left hook counter, but both are fighting behind their jabs in this first round. They're being very smart.
See the speed of the counter left hooks by Broner.
Yeah, I would too, because he's definitely the quicker fighter, and he uses counters.
Broner has his feet splayed wide, Roy. What does that tell you?
Those legs being spread apart enough that you can deliver your punches with precision and power if they were closer together. So he uses that torso, that upper torso, as a defensive weapon more so than he does his feet.
It tells you what his basic mindset is, which is to punish.
That's exactly right, to punish with big punches.
And this, we're in Cincinnati, Ohio, where local star Adrien Broner, blue and white trunks.
Gonna move up from the weight class anyway, so losing the title was not a bad thing to him at all.
That will not be what defines him. Hard shots like that will. There's a perfect counter right hand, and it moves Escobedo away from an exchange.
The hand speed and precision. Escobedo is trying to defend, and he's not a bad defensive fighter.
Escobedo did land a good left body shot in that exchange. It's just that now he's been a little bit too defensive.
And as he covers up upstairs, Broner is ripping him with right-hand shots to the body.
10 seconds, you got...
Left hook to the body landed for Escobedo. Little right to the body as well. Remains in control.
Bar.
So is the exaggerated lifted left shoulder basically an emulation of the Floyd Mayweather defensive style?
Protect themselves against the right hand.
Does the shoulder roll in any way limit your offense?
And been offensive out of it.
Very good defensive posture. I know some would say, well, your hands aren't up, but you're defending against body shots behind the shoulder, and because of the upper body movement, you're not even really giving your opponent the top of the head.
Every young fighter who has the athletic quality to pull it off, try to learn that defense.
Weaknesses too. However, when you fight a guy who's a superior athlete like a Floyd Mayweather or Adrien Broner, it limits the
fighters who have the athletic quality to try it. Ooh. Good left hook by Broner. Now the straight right hand. Escobedo still trying to trade with him from time to time.
Built guy, so he should be using his jab
constantly with that left jab and left hook, because his left hand across his body. Where do you hit the guy?
He doesn't want to swap these body shots for those head shots like that right there. He doesn't want to exchange body shots for head shots with a guy with as fast hands as Adrien Broner has. So in this case, Escobedo is the boxer who should be trying to fight. I mean, he's the fighter, which is clearly Adrien Broner.
Problem is Adrien Broner.
That's the problem.
It does make you wonder, though, how Escobedo would do against a junior lightweight who prefer a more offensive style throughout a lot of his career, especially his early career. Has given them a greater appreciation for this kind of high skill level that Adrien Broner is showing right now.
Who gets the better of that trade?
However, though, for Dawson, if it's not a problem for him to make the weight, he still has the better advantage because he's the taller guy. So he'll be able to offend from a lot longer, a lot further distance than Ward be able to offend.
Bedo's face.
Yep.
Yeah. Usually when you say that to your trainer, you feel like he's starting to weaken, and it just takes a little bit more pressure, and you can possibly get him out of there.
The other thing is Escobedo's gotten through some clean, and it doesn't seem to bother Broner.
Exactly.
That's that extra weight too, but at the same time, you also heard Escobedo.
Well, I think that Escobedo's confidence may be seeping away in the blood that comes out of his nose and his mouth at this point. And Walking him down means eventually pinning him into the corner or along the ropes, and that's where Broner has Escobedo right now.
Broner still has to be careful, though, because if he can catch Broner tilted over with a good shot to the head, it could be bad for Broner.
So Gary Rosado telling Broner to keep him up after a body shot wandered low.
But it's Broner landing vicious body shots and picking off Escobedo's attempts.
Escobedo's starting to hold on a little bit now. Brutal body shots. The right hand over the top. Escobedo trying to hang on.
The corner trying to stop it.
And Joel Diaz is holding up a towel. He's seen enough. Adrien Broner's got to have a TKO victory. Joel Diaz stopped the fight.
That's a good stoppage from Joel Diaz.
Put the pressure on. He throws a left hook, followed by a straight right hand, which landed straight down the middle. At this point, Escobedo was... Then he follows it with a hook to the head, followed by an uppercut to the head, which was a beautiful setup shot.
Just couldn't be more impressed with that, Roy.
Still undefeated, the pride of Cincinnati, Ohio, Adrien "The Problem" Broner.
He's 24-0 now with 20 knockouts.